As you may already know, my name's Clare Baker and I'm a former clutterholic and borderline hoarder. I successfully cleared all my clutter in 11 rooms and areas of my home over 20 years ago without the need for an expensive home visit. And I've been helping people around the world do exactly the same ever since, so that they too can know what it's like to live a completely clutter-free life forever. One of my missions is to dispel a lot of the decluttering myths that are perpetuated by most of the decluttering TV programs, books, and experts by explaining exactly why they are myths. So today, I want to explain the popular myth that you should start by going through your physical clutter. It's not surprising that people believe this myth when all the decluttering TV programs and books show the experts diving straight in, going through things, encouraging people to get rid of as much as possible. However, when you start trying to deal with your clutter by going through your physical clutter first, you are doomed to never become clutter-free forever. There are 8 reasons why it's a myth that you should start by going through your physical clutter. The first reason is that you get bored easily and give up quickly. Most clutterholics are what is known as in-time people. That means we tend to get caught up in the moment. We're impulsive. We're driven by how we feel. We aren't great at planning. We prefer to go with the flow. We forget things. We avoid deadlines. And we live in the here and now. Although we felt like going through our physical clutter in the here and now, and maybe even enjoyed getting lost in some of the memories that came back to us, even though we may not have decided to actually get rid of much, tomorrow is another day with new possibilities and distractions. So we'll decide what we want to do tomorrow when tomorrow comes. The second reason relates to the symptom versus the cause of your clutter. When you start trying to deal with your clutter by going through your physical clutter first, you're focusing on the symptom, not the cause of your clutter. The symptom is what you can see, the physical clutter. The cause of your clutter is habits, routines, and the accumulation. Unless you fix the cause first, you will always get the symptom, and your clutter will always grow back. I'm sure you already know that from your past attempts. That's why on the 7-step clutter clearing journey, we start by learning about and understanding the cause of our clutter first, in step 1, before we start dealing with the physical clutter from step 2 onwards. When you're on the 7-step journey, you deal with the cause and the symptom, which is why you will clear your clutter forever and it will never grow back again. The third reason it's a myth that you should start working on your physical clutter first is because by doing so, you are failing to learn from the past. Some people fail to declutter because they feel overwhelmed and give up. Some people fail because they only give themselves 2 choices about what to do with their physical clutter: keep it or get rid of it. Some people fail because of their impatience. Some people fail because they can't stay motivated long enough to clear it all. Some people fail because of all of these reasons. Every reason for past failure has a unique, specific solution. Yet, if you don't take the time to find out why you failed in the past, you will keep making the same mistakes every time you try to declutter. Starting with the physical clutter hasn't worked in the past. As Albert Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The fourth reason this myth is a myth relates to making decisions. If you start by going through your physical clutter before you learn how to make decisions about the physical clutter, how can you expect to succeed when you have no more knowledge or skills compared to the last time you tried and failed to deal with your physical clutter? It's the equivalent of trying to open a locked door. You can push it, pull it, and it just won't open. You can go away and come back again, hoping that by some miracle you can open it this time, even though nothing has changed. You push it again, you pull it again, and again it won't open. Unless you understand that it doesn't open because it's locked, and then learn how to unlock it, you will never be able to open that door. The fifth reason this myth is because of other people's expectations. When other people, especially those people that you share your home with, see you starting on the physical clutter, they expect to see a difference fast. They question why you haven't cleared it. When you start by understanding your clutter first on the 7-step clutter clearing journey, you don't need to tell people what you're doing. So you don't have to deal with their unrealistic expectations. The sixth reason this myth is a myth is because of the issue of routine. Even when you understand why you've failed in the past and you've learned how to make decisions, you will still fail when you start to go through your physical clutter if you don't set aside a little time regularly to work on the physical clutter. Your clutter didn't appear in a day. It's not going to be cleared in a day. Most people who start by going through their physical clutter give up because they haven't got the patience and persistence to get into a routine of doing a little and often. The seventh and penultimate reason this myth is a myth is because of feelings, memories, and emotions. If you start by going through your physical clutter, you will get distracted by the unexpected feelings, memories, and emotions that get triggered by the things that you discover in your clutter. They may be positive or negative feelings, memories, and emotions. Whatever they are, they will send you off down memory lane, and you'll get lost in the feelings, memories, and emotions. Before you know it, time has passed and you're not feeling as motivated because of the feelings, memories, and emotions. As a direct result of those feelings, memories, and emotions, you decide to go off and do something else that is much easier than going through your physical clutter. Maybe switching to blitzing by deciding what to keep and what to get rid of. Maybe you decide to contact someone to share the memory. Maybe you search for some information or other items in your clutter related to that memory. Maybe you decide to look online to see how much money you could get for something if you decided to sell it. Maybe you give up. The eighth and final reason it's a myth that you should start by going through your physical clutter is because of expectations. You expected to be able to get through your physical clutter quickly and easily. The reality is that you haven't got rid of much at all. So you give up before all the physical clutter is cleared. You can clear your clutter fast, or you can clear your clutter forever, but you can't clear your clutter forever fast. If you're ready to accept this myth is a myth and start clearing your clutter by learning to let go so you can clear it forever, click on the link with this video and find out how I can help you get started